So first up we have Gene Wilder. Yes, we all know this guy, the famous Willy Wonka. How can you forget the tremendous performance he provided within the production of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
And you'll be in a world of...
Born on June 11th, 1993 in the United States of America, Gene Wilder, also known as Jerome Silberman, known professionally as Gene Wilder, was an American film and theatre comic actor, screenwriter, film director and author. His real name was Jerome Silberman, and he was born in Milwaukee in Wisconsin, if I pronounced that right. Gene Wilder was the son of William J. and Jean Beer. Gene Wilder first became interested in acting at the age of 8 when his mother was diagnosed with rheumatic fever and doctor told him to try and make her laugh. At the age of 11 he saw his sister, who was studying acting, performing on stage and was enthralled by the experience. He asked a teacher if he could become his student, and the teacher said if he was still interested at age 13 he would take Wilder on as a student. The day after Wilder turned 13, he called the teacher who accepted him, and he studied with her for 2 years.
Amazing reviews. Please welcome Gene Wilder. Wow.
You're very good.
Oh, no.
At what you do.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't do what you do.
We haven't figured out what I do yet, but
whatever it is, you're good at it.
Well, thank you. That means, you know, this is it's a real thrill to have you here. I'm a huge fan of so many of your movies.
Gene Wilder had a great heart and enthusiasm for the film industry, but sadly he left us on the 29th of August 2016.
For my money, it's the best movie for children and adults to watch at the same time.
At number 2 we have George Michael. Sadly passed away, was it on Christmas Day, I believe. That's when the news was released. George Michael was an English singer, songwriter and producer who rose to fame as a member of the music duo Wham. Let's go through some of his amazing iconic facts. And his real name is Yorgos Kyriakos Paniatou, if I pronounce that right. It sounds like a Greek name. While in his early teens, the family moved to Radlett, Hertfordshire. There, Michael attended Bushey Med School in the neighbouring town of Bushey, where he befriended his future Wham partner, Andrew Ridgeley. The two had big ambitions of becoming big musicians. Michael would busk on the London Underground, performing songs such as 39 by the Queen. His involvement within the music business began when he was working as a DJ, playing at clubs and local schools around Bushey, Stanmore and Watford. George Michael formed the duo Wham with Andrew Ridgeley in 1981. The band's first album, Fantastic, reached number 1 in the UK in 1983 and produced a series of top 10 singles including Young Guns' Wham Rap and Club Tropicana. His second album, Make It Big, reached number 1 on the charts in the US singles, and that album included Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, number 1 in the UK and the US, Freedom, Everything She Wants,
Somebody told me everything she wants is everything she sees.
the all-time famous Careless Whisper, which reached number 1 in nearly 25 countries, including the UK and US, and was Michael's first solo effort as a single. He was one of the most recognised sports figures of the past 100 years, crowned Sportsman of the Century by Sports Illustrated and Sports Personality of the Century by the BBC.
Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock.
Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. was born on January 17, 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky. He was a descendant of pre-Civil War era American slaves in the American South and was predominantly of African American descent with Irish and English heritage. He was first directed to boxing by Louisville police officer and boxing coach Joe E. Martin, who encountered the 12-year-old fuming over a thief taking his bicycle. He told the officer he was going to whoop the thief. The officer told him he better learn how to box first. Clay won 6 Kentucky Golden Gloves titles, 2 National Golden Gloves titles, an Amateur Athletic Union national title and light heavyweight gold medal in the 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome. Clay's amateur record was 100 wins with 5 losses. Ali claimed in 1975 autobiography that shortly after his return from the Rome Olympics, he threw his gold medal into the Ohio River after he and a friend were refused service at a whites-only restaurant and fought with a white gang. Boxing legend passed away at the age of 74, has been a practicing Muslim since he changed his name from Cassius Marcellus Clay to Muhammad Ali. Shortly after becoming the World Heavyweight Champion in 1964, Clay joined the Nation of Islam. Membership in the Nation of Islam (NOI) was popular with African Americans in the 1960s as the civil rights struggles dominated headlines in the United States. The NOI believe that they are the African descendants of a lost tribe known as the tribe of Shabazz, which was led by a scientist named Shabazz 66 trillion years ago. Muhammad Ali was sadly diagnosed with Parkinson's syndrome in 1984, a disease that commonly results from head trauma from activities such as boxing. Muhammad Ali was married 4 times and had 7 daughters and 2 sons. Ali met his first wife, cocktail waitress Sonji Roy, approximately 1 month before they married on August 14, 1964. Muhammad Ali, known by his favourite quote, "Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee," we can definitely be assured in our minds today will always be floating like a butterfly and known as the one who stung like a bee in the ring. And finally, when it comes to actors that brought their presence in every role, there may not be a better example than Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman, born February 21st, 1946 in London. Before becoming an actor, Alan Rickman studied graphic design at the Chelsea College of Art and Design, as well as at the Royal College of Art. He even created his own graphic design company named Graffiti with some of his friends, but after 3 years he decided to pursue acting professionally. Rickman made his break into Hollywood with the iconic role of the evil Hans Gruber in Die Hard, but that was only the one of the countless characters that the talented actor helped bring to life.
I thought I told all of you I want radio silence.
No doubt that Alan Rickman had an incredible talent for playing a variety of characters, but it would be very impossible to go very much longer without mentioning the outstanding role that Rickman played with the character of which we all know, Severus Snape, arguably the most complex character from the immensely popular Harry Potter series. Rickman not only nailed the role, but he did so in such a fashion that it seemed like there never could have been anyone else that was even considered. Sadly, we had lost Alan Rickman on January 14, 2016. Rickman was 69 years old when he passed away of cancer. Rickman leaves behind a legacy not only on the big screen, he also has much loved for both his roles in television as well as on stage. Clearly the actor, who didn't make the big break in Hollywood until his 40s, was talented enough to make his way no matter the medium.
Fight them all. I beg you. What will you give me in exchange, Severus?
The established actor who plays Dumbledore spilled the beans and mentioned in 5 of the films, stated in an interview back in 2009 that neither himself, Rickman, nor Ralph Fiennes have read the Harry Potter books. It's amazing to see the acting job that Rickman does with the character throughout the film, especially knowing that most of his inspiration comes from the script and only small pieces of information he picked up from talks with J.K. Rowling.